Today we head to South America for a very unique, interesting UFO story. This one has it all. Oblong-shaped aircraft, military cover-ups, and dark, oily-looking non-human entities. We'll discuss numerous eyewitness accounts, including some anonymous military personnel, get into some debunking theories, and give our thoughts on what we make of all of this. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. Some aliens are green, some are gray, some are even brown. But stick around. You know what they say about the aliens in Varginha? They're all pink on the inside. This is Necronomipod.
It's nice coming into a show not having to think about death.
It's a nice change of pace. Mm-hmm. Getting back to my roots.
Your roots.
Yeah. You mean you're from Varginha or your alien roots?
Alien roots.
Okay. Just clarifying. Well, yes, I never told you guys. I came from Varginha, Brazil.
This is a hometown hero story for him. What did we do before Delphi? It seems like this was a year and a half ago.
Fuck if I know.
Oh, the Bone Breaker, I believe.
Oh,
Breaker.
man, that was not pleasant.
There's nothing good about that.
Makes these UFO stories
at
feel like a
all.
week off. You had not even heard of this one.
No, actually, I had not heard of this before. So this was fun to get into, and there's a lot of eyewitness accounts in this one to listen to people talk.
Yeah.
This is a very fascinating story. I lost my thought. Oh, well.
Might have a news story. Did you see that black ring in the sky in Virginia a couple days ago?
No.
Pretty wild looking.
Let's look at this. I saw a new UFO video that was released, or that came out yesterday. People were trying to figure out where it exactly came from, but it's a stabilized version of a shaky video, so it like follows around whatever.
Is it paper mache? Did it come from my basement?
No, but it shows three UFOs, like line ones, or they look like white discs over water, and then all of a sudden there's like five more, and you can't tell if they came out of the water or where they came from. But then all of a sudden they're gone and more appear, like they're just like interchanging out. It's really weird.
Kind of sounds similar to that Lake Michigan one we talked about years ago.
I don't think that was that long ago.
No, at some point.
I want to say maybe in 2023, though. That was a really interesting one, too. I really enjoy those UFO stories where at the end we're like, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah. Especially when the credible witnesses are involved, it means everything.
When there's so many people, wow, what
the
is
fuck
that?
is that?
Yeah, it's strange.
And they know that's a real photo, like it's not doctored
It's
in any
video.
way. It's video?
Yeah,
And it's just floating?
Looks like it.
Whoa.
From multiple angles and people.
That's fucking clear as day.
It's weird.
Maybe that's the portal where shit comes out of.
You see the skinwalker black eye gimp suit just crawl out of that in the sky.
Oh, nope. No, thank you.
Brazil is a hotspot of UFO activity that we haven't really touched on before. In the late 1970s, Caleiras Island in northern Brazil became the center of one of the most famous UFO flaps ever. Locals reported being hit by beams of light coming from UFOs. These beams, called chupa chupa, which translates to suck suck, caused burns, puncture wounds, and other injuries. It's a crazy story. We'll have to do a full Sunday episode on it. It's one of the very, very few. It's the only one I can think of where UFOs are hurting people.
Wow. They're shooting ray guns.
The old suck suck.
Pew, pew. Suck, 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 pew, pew.
We can have a good time with that.
Sucky, sucky, pew, pew.
Yeah, they said they were like, they compared them to refrigerators flying around.
Why do they call it suck, suck?
I don't know.
Because it sucks when they get hit. You're like, fuck, this sucks.
You're all burnt and shit.
Yeah, it's not just a suck, it's a double suck.
But there were more than 80 cases documented, and people are showing signs of radiation
Wow.
exposure and
Wow.
stuff. The Brazilian Air Force jumped in with Operation Preto, which was a thorough investigation that lasted 4 months. Officially, they said there was no evidence of extraterrestrial activity found, but a huge number of eyewitness accounts makes it, like I said, one that we'll cover in the future because it's super interesting. And that's actually what I thought we were going to talk about, Mike, when you brought this up and suggested this episode. So,
I was really hoping for a vagina UFO story. I read too quickly and misread the name.
Varginha is located in the southern part of Brazil, has a population of around 135,000 residents, making it one of the larger cities in the area. The local economy primarily relies on agriculture with coffee, corn, and soybean farms, which one of those farms is owned by Eurico and Aurelina de Freitas. One early morning on January 20th, 1996, just before sunrise, Aurelina heard the cows on their farm acting scared. She looked out the window and noticed a cigar-shaped object hovering above the pasture.
And now we're talking. Let's go.
Aurelina called out to her husband to come look at the object, which he later said looked like a submarine about the size of a school minibus. The object emitted white smoke and appeared to struggle with movement, possibly like it was on the verge of crashing. The couple watched it for approximately 1 hour before it vanished over a ridge near their farm.
An hour.
Just sputtering like slowly.
They didn't take video, though. They might not have had video.
Maybe a Polaroid would have been nice.
Something, right?
I don't know what what it's like in the farming area of Brazil as far as that is.
Probably not a lot of electronics, perhaps.
Yeah.
At least maybe not in 1996.
On the other side of the ridge, Carlos de Souza was driving to the airport when he heard a strange, muffled rumbling. He thought it was something wrong with his truck, so he pulled over. Carlos found that the sound was coming from a cigar-shaped object hovering 300 feet in the air, gradually losing altitude. He said the object had windows, a long inside, and a long crack running down the middle, which white smoke was billowing out. Carlos found it weird, obviously, but he also noted that the smoke from a fire engine, it's typically black. It's not going to be white. The object put out a sputtering sound, struggling to stay in the air. And at that point, Carlos got back in his truck and followed the object. It flew over small mountains before suddenly dropping down out of view.
So you already have two different witnesses from two different vantage points corroborating the exact same story.
Yeah.
If you're keeping track at home, that's where we're at.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
It is. Mm-hmm. They're like exactly the same eyewitness descriptions.
Yeah, very much so.
It's almost like they saw the same thing.
And even when two people do see the same thing, it's not always the exact same description. So
Was that help or hurt this case, though?
well, you decide.
You just talked us in a circle there.
I know.
Fucked us over.
I know.
He kept driving and found a dirt road leading to a crash site and soon realized that this wasn't a normal aircraft. The air was filled with a strong smell of ammonia and sulfur, like rotten eggs. The smell was so strong that he had to cover his mouth with his shirt to breathe, but even then, the smell burnt his eyes, causing them to water.
When you mentioned rotten eggs, it reminded me of when we played the, what's that, jelly bean game? Didn't we do that on the show?
The Harry Potter one?
It was like a...
Like you either get the good flavor or the bad flavor.
Isn't it Harry Potter jelly beans?
I don't remember if it was...
What the fuck are those things called? Anyways, we should do that again. I think people really ended up enjoying it.
It was horrible.
They like hearing us
I
gag.
almost threw up.
Let me look up the name of that game.
Well, I know there's a Harry Potter version, so maybe that's
This was
what
not
we
a Harry
did.
Potter.
Okay, I know.
Bean Boozled.
Bean Boozled.
Yeah. It was not a Harry Potter one.
Wow.
No. But if I get a Harry Potter version, will you try it?
No.
Like it will be like Hogwarts or like Vulcan or something?
No. I'll watch you play, though.
No. We're all got to play. The crowd demands it.
No.
Debris was scattered all over the ground with small pieces of metal that looked like aluminum but felt like nothing. Carlos picked up a large sheet and it was completely weightless. When crumbled and released, the metal returned to its original shape and fell to the ground like a feather. So it's the same description as Roswell, but that feather part is interesting. I've never heard that before.
Does that just indicate like a soft landing? Like there was not much to the material?
In my mind,
Feather, like floating softly to the ground?
yeah.
But then also returned to its original shape when crumbled.
Yeah.
That's what allegedly Roswell was, that they would crumble it up into a ball and it would
I
come
remember
back.
that. Beyond our science, perhaps.
Perhaps. Unexplainable to the small human brain.
Carlos started to search for survivors. Then he heard the rumble of trucks. A convoy of military vehicles came driving across the field. Soldiers got out with raised weapons and told Carlos to leave. He left the scene and stopped for a cup of coffee to kind of collect his thoughts. A few minutes later, 2 tall men in dark suits walked into the coffee shop and sat down with him. They told Carlos to forget everything that he had seen and stay quiet about it. And how this story goes is for 26 years, Carlos kept that secret.
It seems like the suited guys are on the scene pretty quickly.
They always are, it seems like.
Like they were just on standby waiting to pounce.
Maybe when they started getting the calls or
Yes.
the word, they're like, hey, get ready.
We've been waiting our whole
Shit's
lives
popping
for
off.
this. Like it's kind of out in the country, right? It's just interesting how quick they're out there on the case. All right.
When the men in black, like this kind of men in black, start showing up, I question the credibility a little bit. I always find the true men in black, or like not the true ones, but you know, the CIA agent type ones. I know I don't find that believable very much. No. It always rubs me the wrong way when that kind of stuff gets brought up.
I think it's like
Go ahead.
just someone trying to pump up their story.
Because it's like, well, why are you talking about it now a lot of times? Like, I get that there's sometimes like this guy was older, but then there's like stories of younger people, like maybe in their 40s talking. It's like, well, why are you still talking about it? And why have you been able to create a career out of talking about it
Yeah.
at UFO conventions? You know what I mean?
So it's not necessarily the men in suits showing up that throws you off. It's the fact that people might say that and then go on and talk about it forever and ever and ever. Like the turn off for you is when they keep going and talking about it. Not necessarily the men in suits.
Just whenever that shows up, I immediately think that it's possibly bullshit.
Even though like this guy waited 26 years. But like just the fact that it's the men in suits, you're kind of like, well, we hear this in every story.
Yeah, it does make me question it a bit.
Because it seems like an embellishment.
But if they were going to come try to shut you up, wouldn't it be better for it to be like men in suits as opposed to like the military? Like maybe looking more intimidating? I'm just trying to think from the standpoint of if they wanted to hush you up or let you know like, hey, you stumbled upon something. Who would you send?
I think you send like a CIA station chief in a short sleeve shirt and a baseball cap. Seriously.
With a beer belly. He brings
Just-
a 12-pack of Corona Light.
Just not, I don't know.
Okay. Very casual. Very casual.
Very, very much so. Very casual. But this is another country. I don't know how they do things, but
Well, I think all the stories in our country, we do the same thing. So you're right with that. I think it's consistent.
so what convinced this guy to start talking after all these years? Was it this documentary we
Yes.
looked at, the Moment of Contact documentary?
Yeah,
The filmmaker got him to break his silence.
correct.
Okay.
Around 2 hours after the crash, police started receiving weird reports from residents. Around 8 a.m., a college student reported seeing a being with oily, dark brown skin crouched in an alley near a local park. He described it as having small hands with 3 long fingers, standing between 4 and 5 feet tall, and totally hairless without clothes.
I'd see that every day. Maybe in Brazil you do, but
This is a new
I don't
one.
see that every day.
A few blocks away, 3 teenage girls, Liliane, Valkyria, and Katya, were on their way to the park, taking a shortcut through an empty lot. Next to a cinder block wall, they ran into the same being. So with this being an alleyway, like there was even a door to it. there's a documentary we'll talk about later. We might have already talked about it, but you kind of have to open the door and like walk through a doorway to this. So they walk through and they run into this same being. They said it stood about 4 feet tall with a big head that had 3 noticeable bumps or ridges around it. It had large red eyes, a slim body, and was hairless and unclothed. Also had the oily brown skin.
Did it have a wiener?
I don't know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Maybe we can reach out to one of these women and ask them.
Hello, Katya. This is Declan calling from Cool Out Media. Did that oily brown alien have a wiener by any chance? Can we get a comment?
Can we quote you on record on this, please?
The girl said that they sensed its thoughts, which were a mix of fright and pain.
Sensed them. Mm-hmm. All right.
Like telepathically.
Well, he must have been sending that to them because it's not an Earth skill from what I recall.
They turned and ran to Katya's house and told her mother how they just saw a demon in the alley. Katya's mother didn't believe them and was like, I'll walk over there and look for myself. She said that she found a strange footprint with 3 long toes. Even though the being was gone, the strong smell of ammonia was in the air, which Katya's mother could not get out of her nose for days. I'll put a check in the pro column on the ammonia smell. That seems to come up a lot.
You've heard that before in other case studies?
We've talked about that before in abduction ones.
Okay.
Where people say that the aliens smell like ammonia.
That sounds familiar. I don't remember that specifically, but it sounds like something we've maybe discussed, like when they wake up and they just have that strong smell.
The UFO or the abduction ones, that a lot of the ones that I find credible, they all talk about this ammonia smell.
Maybe it's what they use to sleep in for their light warp speed trip to get here. I'm just thinking aloud here. I don't know. I don't have any
We're just
information on this.
here. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We're just trying to put it all together. There's
I
no
just took
bad
it like as
theory.
their skin smelled like that. Like that's just like their body odor they put off.
It's gonna be better than some people's body odor.
Yeah.
Was
I
that
don't know,
show
man.
the other night? Last stinky people out there.
I was
in
gonna
the world.
say, yeah, you were
Last stinky people. Can't deal with that.
missed a hell of a Bush concert, pal. They did it again. Another good one. But that stinky guy drove you off.
Is that why you left early?
Not because of the stinky people. I just wasn't feeling that great, and I said, I think I'd rather be on my couch right now.
Again,
I
also
don't really care that much.
no,
I said,
no
"Go
stinky
home."
people.
There are no stinky people at my house. No,
Dave doesn't let you in if you stink.
I don't. I smell you at the door.
Yeah. And he goes, you either have to immediately go take a shower right now or you have to leave.
Two choices.
Yeah, I've seen him do it before.
And the
Never
shower
me,
is a
I'm
hose
always-
out in the yard. You don't get to come in my bathroom.
It's true.
Yeah.
Go shower down the hall.
A few hours later, military policemen Eric Lopez and Marco Suarez were patrolling the area when a small being with dark skin suddenly ran across the street. Marco got out of the car and managed to capture the being and got it into the vehicle.
Nope. Not doing that.
How it's told is that he just like put it in a headlock and drug it into the car.
Like fucking like the way they take down like those bulls or their cattle and just like fucking headlock them. Dude, as someone who would know, that guy probably wears a Carhartt. That's a fucking bad dude. Mr. Suarez, you are a bad motherfucker. Welcome to the club. Be gifting you a Carhartt. Declan, buy him a Carhartt.
Well, I'm not sure he's going to need it, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Well, that's not fun. Buy his family a Carhartt.
They rushed to the nearby hospital where this being died. It gets even crazier because not too long after, Marco started feeling sick. He said that his skin felt greasy even though it was clean, and he had a nonstop smell of ammonia surrounding him. Over the next 2 weeks, his condition got worse, and at 23 years old, Marco Suarez passed away from what's still listed as unknown reasons.
Stop it.
Declan, cancel that order.
Kind of like he rubbed himself off on him With the skin and the ammonia?
Maybe you shouldn't be putting aliens in headlocks.
No, you should not. I recommend you don't take that opportunity.
You can't fuck around because you're going to find out.
Itself. Yeah.
What's that car ride like to the hospital?
Yeah. He's just holding them the whole time? Or is he bouncing around the back seat? Or they handcuff him?
Then, were there any witnesses at the hospital? Anyone take a fucking photo of this thing? Are there cameras? Or are we assuming maybe the military seized all of that?
We're going to assume the military just took everything because they kind of put everything on lockdown.
The old kibosh. Give it the old kibosh.
Kibosh, yeah. Underused word, kibosh.
I like that word.
There's also rumors out there of him being buried fast. Like
Suarez?
They just wanted to get him buried in the ground. But I saw some people kind of pushing back on that's not accurate.
They buried him slow, perhaps.
Well, it wasn't like they were like, oh, fuck, we just got to bury this guy now so no one ever talks about this.
They're lowering him. Take your time, man. What's the rush?
Was that a bonus show where we just talked about how long it took to bury someone?
About embalming back in the 1800s or something.
Was that a bonus show, though?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I just feel like we haven't talked about anything like that recently. It's all just been actual death of little girls and fucking bone breaker. And
So while Marco was out grabbing aliens with his bare hands, the fire department received multiple reports of a strange animal near the park where the girls had seen the being. 4 firefighters were sent to investigate, and they found 5 civilians looking down a steep embankment into a dense wooded area where they could kind of still see the being. These witnesses described the being as putting off a buzzing sound like bees. I forgot I wrote poor Thomas in here. Was that a bonus episode?
That's the last thing poor Thomas said. And my girl heard that buzzing sound.
I know. That was in a wooded area, too.
Yes. Last thing he heard.
So
it's really hard to remember what was on Sunday shows and what was on bonus shows.
That was definitely a bonus show.
It would have had to have been because that got completely out of hand.
Well, if you want that My Girl joke, go sign up for Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon.com/Necronomipod.
Put on his glasses. He can't see without his glasses. He was going to be an astronaut.
Dude, whoever wrote that movie is a psychopath.
Yeah, that movie
so
is not
dark.
necessary.
It is fucked up. That was a one and done. Like, I watched that once as a kid. I was like, no, I'm never watching this shit again. Like, whoever comes back for a rewatch of that?
No, it's her crying and shit. I don't want to watch that.
Fuck that.
I went and I was going to try to pull clips for that. And I watched one. I go, I can't do this.
This isn't funny.
I'm watching this. There's nothing funny about this. A horrible movie.
It took firefighters 2 hours to capture the being, and all they said was a strong smell of ammonia and sulfur was coming from the being. No one in this situation actually touched it. They caught it in a net.
Oh.
Shortly, a military truck from a nearby base arrived. Soldiers were seen carrying 2 black bags. One was moving like it had something alive inside, while the other bag didn't move. All you could tell was that there was something in it. They loaded the bags onto the truck and then sped away. At that point, soldiers on the ground set up a perimeter blocking out civilians. Less than an hour later, part of the hospital was put into lockdown, and that's where the story ended back in 1996. 25 years later, a witness came forward. This soldier's testimony was featured in the documentary we talked about called Moment of Contact. Out of concern for his safety, the soldier chose to stay anonymous and is referred to as Military X.
Yeah, that's a cool name. Military X.
It's always got to be an X when it's paranormal stuff, right?
I just want to smell his dick.
Military X, you mean?
I mean, I guess so.
Because he's such a hero?
Wasn't having feelings one way or another yet, but possibly. Who'd he ever fuck? One of these brown oily things? I don't know if I want to get too close. I'm intrigued.
The producers of this movie, more than likely.
I don't want to turn out like Suarez, though.
X was part of the convoy that transported the being to the hospital, where he saw the being in a sealed box. He said it was between 4 and 5 feet long. He described the skin as dark red or brown, oily, and right away he recognized it was not human.
A lot of different people giving the same description. All these years later.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Can you believe the year is almost half over already? Why does it feel like time has been flying by? When you reflect back on your 2024 thus far, what's something you're proud of? What would you like to accomplish throughout the second half of the year? When life goes by so fast, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments for the rest of the year. Therapy can be a great way to help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. Therapy provides an opportunity to reflect on your wins, your losses, and what you may want to tackle next. By taking a moment to reflect on yourself, you'll be able to better understand where you're at in 2024 and where you want to be when 2025 gets here. Having a clear vision for your next set of goals will keep you focused, driven, and hungry. So, if you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
After leaving the hospital, they went to the military base that's approximately 20 miles from Varginha. X and another soldier were called to the base commander's office. Their commanding officer asked about what he had seen. X said that he was nervous that he wasn't supposed to see what he had saw, so he thought, he just made up a lie and was like, I saw a guy that was burnt. And the officer corrected him, saying that's not what you saw. You saw something supernatural. You need to stay quiet about it.
When X is telling this story in the documentary, did he initially 25 years ago describe it as brown and oily, or is he saying now, oh, here's what I saw? It was brown and oily. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't know that.
No.
Like, is there a record of him initially saying that?
I don't think
is
he
this like
ever came forward at all.
So he could have just heard these other reports and said, oh, that sounds good. I'm going to go with that. Is what I'm just
there are people
trying to clarify. Like, I didn't know if he initially said it, because then that's a third confirmed report of someone back then describing these weird looking creatures the exact same way.
So these girls were talked to by the news, TV, like news media.
Back then.
Yes. And so I saw some debunkers saying that maybe all these other stories are just people hopping on the...
Because theirs came out first, and
right.
then it could have been. I see. Okay.
So, yeah, that your point is well taken. Like, this guy could have been down on his luck after 25 years, and he's like, what can I do? What's my claim to fame? Oh, yeah, I was involved in that. I remember those girls giving that scenario of what they saw. Let me reach out, and I think I saw that too.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, so depending on how it is in the documentary, was it portrayed as, oh, I told them back then, like it was brown and oily, or is he saying now, like, I saw these things, they were brown and oily, but it's like, well, okay, maybe you did, but it's different if it was 20 years ago, I think.
Or like if he had contemporaneous notes he took back then, like describing what he saw, but I don't think he had anything like that. It's just his recollection today.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd. He keeps a diary. Nerd.
You know how to write, nerd?
Jeez. Probably reads books too a lot.
Another witness statement comes from Jose Manuel Fernandez, who worked as an air traffic controller at the base. He talked about an incident involving 2 helicopters that took off for Virginia and then returned. Then a large plane approached without permission to land. His supervisors told him to allow the landing, which is something he said had never happened before. The plane landed and boxes were loaded onto it before it left. Jose asked what was going on, and he was told it was a secret mission, and that was all he was allowed to know. However, Jose said the type of plane that landed, he referred to it as a Yusuf plane, which in Brazil is a term used to describe a United States Air Force.
Oh, fuck. Here we come.
Yusuf. I get it. Nice.
Mm-hmm. It checks out.
I saw an interesting plane landing in Brazil the other day. Did you guys happen to catch that? Jesus fucking Christ. That is horrifying.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Oh, that was awful. I can't even imagine. That's the worst. That thing was just like spinning around.
Free fall.
Yeah, I don't even know what that.
How'd you get that audio? That was pretty
Yeah,
Were you there?
I pulled it earlier, yeah. Sounds like something else that used to be on the soundboard.
What was that about? I remember that.
Something in Varginha.
That's right. I don't remember how or why that came up, but it was
the
there.
air being expelled in the town of Varginha.
This went from a plane crash to this.
Gotta laugh or you'll cry, friends. That's all there is to it.
And I'm innocent on this one. I didn't even take us down this road.
Well, if you haven't seen that plane crash in Brazil, I don't recommend watching the
Don't
video.
watch it.
It's fucking terrifying. That's
Thoughts
all I
and
got to say on
Thoughts
that.
and prayers.
So back to the girls who saw the being in the alley by the park. Months later, Katya's mother answered a knock at the door and was met by 4 men she described as, quote, well-dressed foreigners in dark suits.
Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed foreigner.
Yeah.
ZZ Top said that once.
One had a clipboard.
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That went right over my head.
The song,
Clean shirt, new shoes.
the song "Sharp Dressed Men" or "Man" by ZZ Top.
Okay.
I'm sure you would know the song if you heard it.
No, he wouldn't.
I bet
That's
he would
not
know
up
that.
up in his wheelhouse.
I don't know. He knows some classic rock. And it was also like on the radio like every 3 minutes.
That's true.
Our Cleveland stations love those fucking songs. Anyways, all right. Maybe we'll try that off the air. My bet is he would know it. Dave's taking the under.
He's like, this song sucks. I don't know what this bullshit is.
I'm not saying you're going to like it. I'm just saying you would know it.
Well, that's a good tune.
They told her that they were there to make an offer. She was to convince the girls to retract their story, admit they made it up, and in return they would give her $10,000. And they opened up a briefcase to show her. However, she refused. The men attempted to pressure her into accepting the money and remained silent, but she held her ground. As the men stepped up their pressure, she began to feel scared and warned them to leave or she would call the police. And at that point, they backed off.
Fuck him.
I agree, Mike. Fuck him.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that part. That's
10 grand.
that gets suspicious as well.
Like, doesn't that just draw more hype to the story? Like, she wanted to, go back on television and go, oh, we were only joking.
Yeah.
That just causes more questions than just letting it lie, doesn't it?
Talking about from the Men in Black standpoint.
Yeah, why
Like,
would they
even
why
go fuck
even
with
bring
that?
it back?
If you don't even
into the
acknowledge her,
fold?
she could look like a lunatic.
Correct.
Yeah. I agree.
Doesn't track for me.
Yeah, because 10,000 in cash.
These aren't wealthy people out in the countryside in southern Brazil, right?
No.
But I'm confused at what. So what your thought is? You don't believe what about this? Like what? Or with this little part of the story, you're questioning what here?
That anybody even showed up and
To talk
offered.
to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the cover up was done. They got rid of everything. It's over. So
She's
why come
fluffing-
back with that?
She's fluffing up her story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense too.
There was another family that came forward with a similar account. On the night of the incident in 1996, a husband and wife described an object the size of a bus, round, metallic, and hovering a few hundred feet above their home. They said the object was spinning super fast, completely silent, and appeared to move back and forth slowly, almost as if it was looking for something. They called this into the police, and following their report, 2 men arrived, asked a bunch of questions, and interviewed them for hours. Before leaving, the men told them to not talk about any of it, or else there would be serious repercussions.
If the UFOs are rocking, don't come a knocking. What if they just come to Earth and to hide and go fuck in their UFO? Like it's kind of like parking for them somewhere out of the way.
And then they end up with this dude headlocking him.
Well, yeah, right. It's like, I was just trying to get my alien dick sucked, and all of a sudden Marco Suarez got me in the back of a cop car killing me in Brazil. I wanted to hit the vagina, not die in Varginha.
Every theory, I'm open to any theory right now. Not off the table.
But you are a pervert.
Not off the table.
So now we can get into the debunking side of the story. The Wall Street Journal reported that the girls who saw the being in the alley, that they asked for at least $200 for an interview, to which they later denied this. They said they never asked for any money. Initially, the girls did not describe the creature as an alien or mention a UFO. Instead, they said it was a demon. At the same time, in 1996, Puerto Rico was having their wave of chupacabra sightings, which was receiving tons of media attention in Brazil. Remember, Puerto Rico has their own version of the chupacabra, which is more like an alien, like a reptile-type creature with big red eyes.
Demonic looking.
Yes.
Evil.
Big red eyes.
Scary. So they're trying to ding up for asking for $200, but we're supposed to believe that the Men in Black came with a suitcase with $10K in it, and the mom's like,
Yeah.
good.
In this situation, too, I don't blame them for asking money.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
The news should always pay. You're going to make money off of telling my story in the news. You can fucking pay me. I would ask for money, too. I'd tell the news to fuck right off. They came, you can use my likeness on TV for free.
You got a good story to tell?
Maybe. If they write me a check, I do.
Another explanation that has been put out there is that the girls actually ran into a man known to locals as Medino, which means little mute. His real name is Luis Antonio de Paula, and he is an intellectually disabled man who I can't tell if he's homeless or not, but kind of sounds like he is. He would be seen crouching down and combing the ground like he was looking for something. He was someone that was very well known in the community.
Interesting.
Luis Paula lived in the area where the girls reported seeing the being. On the day of the sighting, a big storm hit, which caused heavy rain and flooding in some areas. Debunkers have put forth the idea that Luis Paula was covered in mud during the storm, and he was crouching down in the alley looking for something on the ground, something along those lines, when the girls ran into him and scared themselves. The girls said that it could not have been Luis Paula. They knew him very well, would not confuse him with an alien or a demon.
I think that makes sense. When we call about the wiener question, I think that might help clear up the discrepancy.
It could.
Yeah.
Like if it didn't have a wiener, then it's definitely an alien.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
We would also have to, though, confirm that, what was his name? Louise had a wiener. We don't know.
He was a little mute, not little eunuch. I'm sure he had a
Could have been
wiener.
a terrible accident we're not aware of. I don't know. I'm just
That's
saying.
true.
I'd like to get all the facts out on the table.
Yeah. I agree with that approach.
I'm not impressed with the debunking theories.
I'm not either, especially the $200. That means nothing. They're poor people out in the country. Who gives a fuck if they ask for money?
Yeah.
Doesn't make them less credible.
I don't know. Usually we get to the debunking stuff, and I'm like, oh, that kind of kills it.
Yeah.
I don't think these ones do. They're kind of soft. They're kind of weak.
I think the guy that was driving out in the country and saw it and was ushered away and told to be quiet, like that guy's very credible. You watch him on the documentary, he was like getting very emotional when they took him out to where the supposed crash was and whatnot. I think he's a very credible witness.
The documentary really makes the story credible. Putting a face to the stories, and people are telling them like you really believe what they're saying.
The first two sightings, the one with the people in their yard, right? And then that goes over the mountains.
The other guy, though,
and
that
then
was on the other
and then
side.
the guy on the other side.
Yeah.
I think those first two are very credible. It seemed to be, at least.
That something crashed.
They saw something.
Yeah.
Just so many different versions of the same description. Somebody saw that. Like,
Yeah.
nobody, all those different people weren't making that up. I don't think. Doesn't seem likely. Something that looked like that, whether or not it was a UFO or they were all mistaking it for something else, but they all saw that. There was something there.
Yeah.
The being, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
That is a different thing in and of itself. The soldier that died after he put it in a headlock, he also had a cyst on his arm that had gotten infected. So there's people that say that he actually was, it was an infection that spread through his body, not just, grabbing an alien.
Okay.
Maybe the infection was sped up by the oily substance.
Could have been.
Could have.
His sister's on board with it, though, that something happened to him from grabbing the alien.
I don't like that there's no video at all of any of this.
It was the mid-90s. Could have been something. But this is one of those ones, I mean, I'm leaning towards believing something was seen and something happened. I don't think this was a big hoax. I don't think this was one of those, like, laughing off, haha, this is all ridiculous. Especially, like we said earlier, like the first part of seeing, like, that school bus type spaceship.
Yeah, I think I'm on board with all those people that saw that. I'm back and forth with the actual alien, though, because I agree with you. I think that's a separate part of the story that might not be as true as the first part of the story.
Right. Yeah, whether or not it was something from another planet or dimension, I think that they saw, or we were testing something, or, it was a government testing thing.
Yeah.
Something definitely crashed. It just depends on...
Yeah. And of course, if we were testing it or we were testing it in conjunction with Brazil, then of course they're going to swoop in and clean all that up and cordon people off and tell them shut up. Doesn't necessarily mean there was a dead alien in there or Gollum walking around town and
Smeagol out there.
Smeagol. Smeagol.
I would never...
I love that word, Smeagol.
I always love a good Smeagol of cream cheese on my bagel.
That's exactly what you think of. Or schmegma.
Give me a schmegma of cream cheese on my bagel, please. I would never take advantage of personal friendships. But one day we'll get drunk and I'm going to ask good friend of the show, President Clinton, if he was talking to the Brazilian government during all of this.
Okay.
But I would never do that on the air because he's a good friend and I don't want him to think I'm using him for our advantage. Someday I'll do it while we have our cigars inside of another person. Where the mood is light.
Oh, it'll be light. I like that plan, Mike.
That's the way you get him to open up. You give him a good cigar, something to put it in, a few cocktails.
We'll get somebody to open up. That's for damn sure. I was busy working over Bob Dole at that time. I didn't have any time for shenanigans in Brazil.
That's true, Mr. President. You were a very busy man on the campaign trail in '96.
He's trying to stab me with that pen he always had held in his hand.
Oh, Mr. President. That arm couldn't stab you. Okay. I feel like we all kind of agree on that part.
I believe in part one. I'm kind of back and forth on part two. I want to believe it.
I really do too.
I like the difference with the brown oily thing.
Yeah.
It's a little different than normally what we'd hear. I think there might be something to it.
The
Military X. He might have me here.
Yeah, because
I believe it. I'm 100% believing this story. That's where I land.
Yeah. I believe this other guy too, this Jose Manuel, because he doesn't talk about the alien aspect at all. He just talks about how the United States Air Force swooped in, took some stuff, and left. I believe that part of the story as well.
Oh, that's the most believable part of the story, right?
Yeah, and he was told to just let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
the Americans they'll be doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
I believe the two first people, the fact that something crashed, and then this part of the story. I believe in a talking mongoose, so I'll say fuck it. I believe in the oily being too.
That you do.
I would really want to believe in that.
So,
And like also like the point about them calling it a demon at first. I don't know what the fuck I would call it either. It's a little demon looking thing.
Fuck yeah.
Like
based on that description?
Yeah, like I don't see how that's an argument to say, well, it wasn't an alien because they called it a demon. Like we fucking know what a demon's gonna look like.
Exactly.
That's that.
Do you think the town of Varginha has any like tourists wear like I love Varginha? I wouldn't mind a shirt like that. I love Varginha. I love Varginha. Varginha.
Would you wear that shirt? I love Virginia.
Aliens. They're all pink on the inside.
That's on the back of the shirt.
Angie kept saying vagine, like from Borat.
Vagine.
After a while, I'm like, we should have stopped this documentary and just watch Borat.
Like, I kind of want to watch Borat now.
When do you never want to watch Borat?
It's true.
Almost every day I could watch that thing. I have not seen it in a little while, though.
I could always go for a Borat clip.
100%.
What was the name of the documentary you watched?
Moment of Contact.
And what is that on?
I rented it on Amazon.
There you go. If anybody's interested in more information.
Or you get a free 7-day trial to the Gaia network on Amazon, and it's free.
That's probably what I did.
Yeah.
I should probably cancel that.
Probably.
Probably should cancel that.
Those things always get me.
I know, every time.
I see a charge on my bank account for like $6.99. What the fuck is this?
Oh, I've had Kindle Unlimited for 6 months. I should have checked out some books while I was doing that.
All right. Any other final thoughts? Ian, anything else in your research that you found that we didn't touch on? Or
No. It's fun getting back into UFOs.
it always is a good time.
Definitely.
Dave, anything else on your end?
No, I'm good with it. I like it. I think it's a cool story.
All right. Let's give us. I'm sorry.
No, I say I choose to believe.
I do too. But most of it. Which is pretty good because I feel like we don't believe most of the UFOs. It's very rare to find a good UFO believable story.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do we got on the Patreon front?
I would like to thank new patrons Sydney Moore, Justine, Ellie Esquire, Joanne Power, Laura, Brandon Foreman, Weros, Mariah, Lisa Tickle, Felicia O'Brien, Cuck Me in Crocs and a Carhartt. Is that on the menu now?
I only use Crocs in my home as like slippers.
Okay.
I'm not going to bring them to somebody else's home.
Understood.
I'll wear my Mark Wahlberg municipal sliders. Okay. Slides, not sliders. Sorry, I'm not hip to the lingo of skibbity toilet riz and all that.
I don't even know what you just said, but
Neither
sure.
do I.
I hear my son screaming because my son is now a teenager. I hear him screaming, skibbity toilet, whatever, in the video games online at people.
I don't know what it means.
No, me either.
I might have just said something terrible. No idea.
Let's just stay in the dark on that one, shall we?
But I will. I could probably do half a cucking in a Carhartt.
Okay.
You don't want to sweat too much.
No.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Just saying.
Liam B., Ashley Fuller, Dale Nussbaum, Taylor Myers, EZ, Bridget Hanachek, Zach Bernhard, Andy Driver, Jansen C., Keegan Pruitt, Anita Manda Dick Me Down,
You and me both, sister.
Brad Peterson, Patrick Sandman, Jessica Hogg, Alexander Elderbroom, Tabitha Colvin, Raw Dog Log, Abby McLeod, Joshua Wood, Emily, Chelsea, our Lord and Savior, Mr. Muggs, Jacob Wallstrom, and Callum Frawley. Thank you, new patrons, and welcome aboard.
Ian, anything on your end? Anything else?
What did we just do? A Necro Straight Edge? Did the Solder family?
I did an episode on the Solder family, which it's such an interesting story. It was also very difficult to not start laughing when the fire chief couldn't drive the fire truck.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
And 7 hours after the house went ablaze, they fucking rolled up to put the house out.
That's right. I forgot about all that.
And then
nonsense.
he had the little liver in the lockbox that he was hoping to bury and let the family find, that maybe it would bring them like solace and like, oh, we found a heart And they took it to like a coroner. And he's like, nah, that's a fucking fresh liver. And that has never been near a fire in his life.
Weird shit.
I don't know what to think about that story.
5 kids, nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
I think they were probably abducted. He had all those. Remember, he was hated by the Italian community because he was anti-Mussolini, and this was just World War II. There was also like rumors. It's like the online stuff, but maybe he had like ties to Sicilian mafia or something like that. So I don't know.
Check it out.
It's an interesting story. Little bits of humor in there, but sad in the end because it's like what happened to these fucking 5 kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I picked. I'm up next.
Next week?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. See.
Do it.
Whatever you're feeling,
you want. I mean,
whatever you're feeling that day.
Yeah.
Just fucking wake up and be like, you know what I want to talk about? Such and such. Boom. Hopefully people are enjoying it. I mean, it's just straight to the point episodes.
I saw some good reviews on there.
Good.
like and review at your leisure.
Yeah. Also subscribe too. Whatever
That helps.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us the old subscriptiones.
And go listen to Promised Land if you haven't. Yeah.
Promised Land's still there in its entirety.
Yep.
Every single episode.
I mean, if stuff like that, like the Promised Land just starts putting up some big numbers, like that gives us more reason to maybe look to try to do other small time, like mini-series type things.
Yeah.
Like if people are going to really enjoy that stuff. So it opens the door for other things if the thirst is there for it.
Oh. You know what the thirst is there for? Mike's BTK photos. I've seen some chatter about that recently.
I think those got Skibbity Riz toileted, which I think means canceled. I think that's what the kids say.
Fair enough.
What else? Anything else? Was that it? We good?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We first, Cool Down Media is on Instagram, Cool Down Media LLC. It's where you can find all things happening under the Cool Down Media umbrella and keep you up to date on like Necro Straight Edge, other fun things like that. Necronomipod is on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod. Patreon.com/Necronomipod for all of the bonus content. And Amazon.com, search Necronomipod for our merch.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.
There is a woman in a car. Can we follow her and maybe make a sexy time with her?
No.
Let's get her. Why not?
Because a woman has a right to choose who she has sex with.
What?
How about that? Isn't that
You
amazing?
joke?
There must be consent. How about that? That's good, huh?
It's not good for me.
Oh, it is good.